Alright. Scree Empire, yeah. Uh, starting to notice a common trend. You know, with a lot of things. Uh, but if there's one thing that I have determined, it's that Kylo owners cannot seem to help themselves. I might be reading too much into this just yet, but this is not the first or second or even third time that I just went ahead and hid Rey in the back zone against a Kylo. Just because, you figure Rey up front, they're just gonna do what Kylo do, because they all seem to hold him for defense as well. But, yeah. I'm pretty sure he just blew Kylo immediately. Which, I mean, look. You got a Kylo, you're gonna use him, I guess. The Grievous team really seemed to trip him up. But like, yo, there's a back zone. Chill. I mean, in fairness to me, my GAC history doesn't show me doing this. So maybe he just got blindsided. Maybe he just thought I was gonna stick with the same plan because it's been the same plan. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's hiding it in back. That's also a possibility. Definitely going to need to play around it. I don't think we're in that bad of a spot though. Like we can Night Sister the Grievous. We can I actually haven't done Bosk against Gas in a minute. Okay, I'm actually paranoid right now. I want to make sure this team is still... I almost need to like pull up my own guide just to like remember what the heck is going on. I guess I wonder if this is bait. What? Might actually have stolen guard from Bosk. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So giving Watt a protection cross screwed things up a bit. I'm glad I checked that. Whew. Okay. Well, the question becomes, what do we do? I was dead, like, legit, like, half asleep when I posted my defense. And so, this was supposed to be a Gear 12 base? So we can't really just do normal CLS either. Do we just... mirror? Do I dare? How does Luke do? I feel like that doesn't sound great. Mirror is fine. The problem is... he is extremely not built for it. He is on general offense duty, assumedly under Revan. We might just have to do it anyway, though. God, modding has gotten so complicated now. Just like so much interplay between teams. Like you don't want to disrupt different strategies, but then something inevitably breaks. It's hard to lose one. When Gas gets toppled quickly, it can get pretty ugly. We'll see. Yeah, I think our hands are tied. Not even best case, but like best case for Rebels, I did put some practice into like Luke lead Han, Chewie, C-3PO, Watt. There's a very specific reason why I don't use that team anymore. Half the time it just blows up. Faisal done, that's the assumption. But this dude already screwed up a bunch, we just need to clear. I don't think I've ever piloted Gas with this mod set up against that. So Rex is probably the better turret target here, right? Assuming Fives gets dazed and then killed. That at least makes sense to me. Yeah, like look how much damage we're taking. He's gonna get toppled immediately. Alright, if we could get a Gas turn now so we can basic and just topple at the same time, that would be... that's not good. It's gonna happen. Yeah, figures. I think getting toppled here is technically better. then we'll get a gas stand-up on the remaining clones. We didn't get a sacrifice. I mean, I guess clone versus clone is kind of to be expected. I think we have to basic here. Very slim chance that the AoE actually kills Rex, but that feels like a risk I don't really want to take here. We just kind of need to drill him down. Let's see. We're gonna get retoppled. Very different matchup with a guest who cannot take a punch. Hopefully this counter... I kind of wish that we had taunting 5s right now. This would be pretty unfortunate if Arc dies to counter and Rex doesn't. We really want Rex to get this heal. Or no one gets the heal. Also a viable option. I'm pretty sure Rex was about to annihilate there. No, he usually does one more Terminator special first. So he's like 50% off. 40. Alright. Talents might be better suited just doing both basics and Echo. Or we just one-shot both of them. You know, sure. He doesn't have any protection with the stand-up, so we're just in ridiculously good shape here. Everyone has days, might as well do special. Pretty ugly banners. That's actually kind of ballpark equivalent to a fail, but he has 4 fails. 3 fails? 3 fails. So we're fine. I don't see much reason not to use Geos here. Obligatory speed check. That is the slowest Dooku I think I've seen. Man, for whatever reason, it feels like I keep on letting... It's a decently fast Watt. I'll give you credit. You're late? You're not that late. You're like... We just started. You missed Gas Mirror because I realized that Watt has betrayed me. I have betrayed me. There's too many ways to have to build Watt now. It's ridiculous. Who has time for that even? Didn't get the ability block. Missile ability block would still be lovely, to be quite honest. And let's just stack up on Watt a little bit. I don't think this first time around is going to get him. With the interesting Dooku choice, everyone gets stealth, no taunts. Everyone has a lot of pretty high turn meter. I actually kind of want to just grab this if we can. We have to do Extortion. This looked really juicy against Droidica, but we don't have a choice. I'm gonna get the ability block anyway. Okay, ideally, let's try to yank Watt out of stealth and not do it. This is a trap button. This will lower Droidica's stacks, or lower Droidica's offense, but at 7 stacks, I think this fun fact would still get blown up. Let's just daze. Let's just miss. Interesting. So when he gets revived, he actually keeps his stacks. That's kind of cute. She has offense up, I think we... Yeah. Alright, we're currently at probably about 59 with things wrapping up. I think we can try to, like, bring this out to 60? It's hard to say. Ever since Spy got stronger, a lot of stuff has gotten harder for my Geo team. Alright, we get kind of lucky on the new resists. Like, we have maybe 3 more attacks. If even. If we could get... Okay, perfect. This... Yeah, I got it. Whew! One, like... If we didn't let Django live with 1 HP there, easily would have been like 55, I think maybe even lower. Not bad, perfect timing. 2 to 6, alright. Still a little bit PTSD over that last Sith versus Geo, but this should be fine. So no Kylo, this is becoming a trend. A, the Kylo gets held for offense. B, I assume they just throw it at the first thing that they see that's like kind of a decent value trade. Which, to be fair, I actually did make my North complete trash. Yes, all according to plan. I definitely didn't just chicken out and want to hold like Night Sisters in First Order today. But who knows? Maybe that convinced him that the Kylo versus Padme matchup was the best he was gonna get. You put your Kylo on defense? I'm just talking about the people I run into. I fully believe that you can use your Kylo responsibly. With great power comes great responsibility to you and those around you. Watch this fail somehow. I mean, there still is the capability even when we go first. We got bad resists. We got pain on GBA. This should be fine. Yeah. Let's see. Whoa. Huh. Excuse me? Oh, he went right before he used the special, so he's not taunting. Does this do anything for us? I mean... I've never not isolated Brute. We can kind of, like... I don't know, if we do it to Geo Soldier, it's less Terminator, right? I don't know if giving Scion the shielding is actually just going to feed Spy damage, though. That's kind of scary. Is this a misplay? We're kind of fine right now. We don't really need to take any risks. Brute still? Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Alright. We're safe. It can't hurt us. Yeah, I think Brute's still always just for the, getting rid of the taunt. Get out of here. Got the full protection on Treya. Yeah. I did make my Scion a little bit less tanky, but I made him a lot faster, so he should average out on beating most GBA teams. We don't even need to do this, but I kind of just want to do this. Technically, Jedi is better banners. But... okay. Sometimes I hold Plague, sometimes I don't. I don't think it actually technically matters that much, at least in my experience running this. God damn. I'm gonna start getting the extra damage out on, or the extra ticks on B1. Plus GG healed up, so he's not even making anyone mark anymore. We're just out here. Alright, so our main goal right now is pretty much just to kill B2. Technically, if we do a basic here, we're going to cause a B2 proc, but either of these buttons will, and this is just going to put more pressure on B1, so... Absolutely. He's stunned, right? No, he's definitely stunned. Alright, we take those. A little bit unfortunate missing the towels in there. Not going to lie on that. It still baffles me that Daka is an 80% chance to revive Night Sister allies. Like, if it was like, you know, I know it's like 40-80%. And what's the play here? It's gonna be 2 went first. GG Blunder is gonna... If it kills Daka, or if it kills Spirit but not Asajj, this might be a little bit janky. Ooh, that stun was potentially sick. Okay, everyone come back. Let's patch this thing up. Zach Thunberg with the donation. Oh, let me make sure. Oh yeah, it's just, I don't know why. Streamlabs OBS is very, very delayed. Thank you so much for the donation. Let me try to make sure my banners aren't all full, as we're hurtling very quickly towards that. We can stall it, actually. Alright. Ideally, we need Grievous to murder somebody. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we got the Plague. This is basically all we really wanted here. Plague, now everything's sticking. We'll do speed down. He is screwed. 55 is the best it's gonna get, but we got 55. Thank you guys. I don't know. I was pretty happy. I feel like... God, Wednesday ended up being very bizarre to me. Because, like, this whole time when I had been promising a Vader guide and then one wasn't coming out, I was like, it was for this, right? It was for, you go in, you do the happy song, you dance, it's Darth Revan, wee, sure. And I was like, who cares about Rey with Jedi? I was just like, you know, you're not gonna fight this in Territory War or GAC. And then like, everything happens. I figure out the whole Thrawn lead thing pretty much in one night, and then just, like, scramble to get it up in the morning. And then start seeing a bunch of comments of, like, nobody uses Resistance Brothers anymore. Like, well. Shame on me, I guess. Maybe people... I was actually thinking about this a bit. I think it's psychological. I think because Rey Jedi is everywhere in Arena, and comparatively speaking, people just fight it more on a daily basis. Maybe there is more interest on this side. I don't know. Wasn't I supposed to do something here? I think I always did 4 basic with this. Either or. I started messing around with Culling Strike, although sometimes it actually can just... Even at 3 dot with no crit, it would send somebody into damage immunity, which stops you from blowing their turn meter. Yeah, like, we already got Revan so reduced, he's got speed down, we can kind of just get away with whatever. GK has ability block, let's just aim it right. Technically, we're supposed to put this on Thrawn. You either want Watt to go before Darth Revan so that you can put the regen piece and then Watt will assist. Look, Rey with Jedi is so free. Like, this is why I assumed that the video was so unnecessary. Like, you really don't have to think about anything here at all. Like, it plays the same every time. There's really no RNG risk here. I mean, right, like, even with the purple protection, even with the lifeblood, I've never had this throw fail. Yeah. Same as always, aim at Herman Yoda, aim the AoE at GK. This part is very important if you want to get your 60. We got the crit immunity here now, we kill Ray. Now we get the crit immunity, we land this ability block, so he's just gonna basic on Set Trooper. He can not do anything to hurt us. And we got the offense down as well, and we got the stun as well. You know, maybe we don't even need to worry about it. That still does not get old to this day. I just love how Watt can suddenly just be a new character. Oh, actually, this happened last GAC round. I caught this off stream, and at first I thought it was a bug, and actually put out a thing saying like, hey, this is bugged, right? No, it's totally Poe unique. If you're up against resistance heroes, and you leave Poe, like, in this spot, and you specifically do this cleanse, you'll lose a banner. You'll get 59 instead of 60. Like, if we put this on Set Trooper, he gets chunked for, like, 20% of those protection or something. Because of Poe, like, you lose the... Or you take protection damage when you get cleansed. Yeah. It's just kind of funny. You don't know how I manage such wild sleep schedules. Oh, it's very simple. You don't. You, miss a GAC lock-in. You miss a whole lot, really. I mean, I woke up 30 minutes before this stream. It's not really by choice. I just have a lot of trouble sleeping. I did way too much caffeine in college, like... Take what amount you would consider to be a bad amount of daily caffeine, and then add probably 2 extra cans, and that was where stuff was at for 2 years. So, I had some trouble actually getting to sleep. The college I go to, a place in Chicago that taught me how to do 3D stuff. Columbia College Chicago. It's a fine place. I'm not gonna badmouth it, but I had my thoughts. I've learned more after college just from looking stuff up online. But hey, so now that I got the Vader guide out, Mandalorian guide was almost done. I actually, honestly, the biggest thing I think for my productivity is yesterday I blocked Twitter, Reddit, Twitch, and a couple of other websites. Like, not completely block them, but just like, I'm on like a 30-minute timer for the day. But yeah, I really, sincerely, like, this wasn't in a terrible state. This was, like, the modeling stuff is basically finished. It's just, when you're doing 3D stuff, there's a next step that I just never really got down personally. It's not even that hard, it's just, I don't know, it's complicated. But I think even if I did like a hack job on how you're supposed to do this part of the step, I think it really just needs to be taken to completion so I can start doing what I want to do with this. I can see it in my head. I know how it's done. Like, everything is basically finished. I just need to do the work. But I think the end result is going to be super impressive. Like, you can basically just do like a close-in flyovers, ESPN-style motion graphics. Like, I really want to do like animated... I mean, let's pull up the side-by-side. I mean, technically this is the best view you're gonna get. Like, the actual onboard view isn't nearly as useful. Right, but like, so imagine being able to see this board, but I have full control over the camera. And, you know, if we're talking about offense or defense or... you know, what kind of mindset. I don't know if it would be that practical for GAC streams, but I think it would be incredible for GAC guides. Kind of unnecessary. I could do the information without it, but I think the video becomes way more fun and interesting, showcasing that it can be done. Yeah, here's to hopefully healthier lifestyles and actually getting some good stuff done, because this happened. This has just been sitting here, and it kind of deserves going the rest of the way. College just shows that you can learn good and stuff. Yeah, basically. Even then, it wasn't really... I don't know. It was fine. Alright, we actually have... Well, clones were my original choice for this DR team. I haven't tried Vader. Okay, this is gonna be a bit weird. I think Vader can do this. We outspeed him in both respects. We have Vassal as well. I think this probably just goes fine. I think we locked him with a pretty fast throw on. 319. Think. Well, wait, but this isn't. No, this is what I locked with. Okay, let's just. DR first is a bit tragic. Is Thrawn definitely before Vassal, or are they tied? Okay, he's definitely first. Lame. So DR first is important for the Rey Jedi setup, but DR first is actually kind of annoying here since they've got a Sith Trooper, or even if we had Bastila before Thrawn would have been a lot better. Because I'm only seeing ones and zeros. Not just spend an unhealthy amount of time sitting in Discord and thinking about this game for long enough and you kind of internalize it. For better or worse. Alright, so like, think about it this way, right? Like, we know who the characters are. We know their kits. We know what their buttons do. And we also know generally what the AI is going to do first. So at that point, all you really need to do is know what their speed is. And, like, any field conditions, right? So, like, they have Sith Trooper. So our Darth Revan's going to take the first turn. Yeah. But we're not really going to get to have an impactful turn. Because if we Force Storm, we're just going to activate Malak. Insanity, we're just going to... fear their Darth Revan or at their Sith Trooper, and that's it. It's actually against their team that actually might just be fine enough. The other thing we need to be careful about, though, is... Let's see, Vader is 272. If we bring in another Sith instead of Watt, we're going to be plus 48. So that puts him at 320. So Vader's going first. This is a bad thing. We need to check the Malak. I know this is killing the pacing, but this is like... if you want to problem solve, this is what we have to do. Okay. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. It's not the worst thing. Let's look around. They're not going to have any ferocity yet, so they'll still have their armor. And ideally, we really want Vader to do a culling strike on Malak after Bastila goes. I don't think that's a contentious viewpoint. Ooh. I know what I want. Okay, we're doing this. We're not going to use First Order today anyway, but I am glad that I held on to this. This is going to be fun. Do we even really need a Thrawn here? I don't know that we do. I'm pretty sure we got to go for Martyr first, but this should be Dirty. Thrawn gets us some security. Hold up, how many teams does he have left? Do we actually want to do like EP Bastila somewhere? Because then we should probably just hang out to Bastila. We don't really need her. Dude, we've got Jedi Luke. We've got, okay, never. I'm shutting up. Just look. Felt like I had less left than I actually did. Also, very, very surprising to me. Marauder under Darth Vader lead, at least to me on paper, sounded like a pretty interesting idea of like, you know, we've got offense here. We've got his stacking debuffs. We got a bunch of debuffs. He hit for like 25k. I was so disappointed. And this was like with an entire enemy team with like 6+ debuffs. Just the flattest saber toss I've ever seen. Sure. Let's not overthink this, shall we? He didn't go first. 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 272. Oh, he's 322. I'm dumb. You know what? I think that's one. Wow. One debuff was actually like the worst possible case here. I think he might just die anyway. Yeah, especially with this Sith Trooper assist. Yeah, easily. Get out of here. Okay, we lost some manners. So be it. The cost of fun. Alright, we have to do Cooling Strike right now, boring as it is, because Malik is going to block us. Oh, did we resist the fear? Fair enough. Alright, we got speed down, we got stagger. I guess the bigger concern is that we really need to not activate Darth Revan Equalize? At least not in a way that's going to trigger our Malik Drain. Okay. That sucks. We don't have Merciless Massacre. We have advantage, so we would crit, but I don't think. I think this just gets us feared without an actual kill. This is a bit of a weird spot to be in. We just need one more turn. Or we just one-shot him. You know? Sure. Alright, can we just not have everyone... Can we just get rid of this? It'd be great. I'd appreciate it. Pulling toss. Leaving Malik for last. Not really how I usually plan that fight out. It felt right there. I don't know. I think he feared and lapped me. I think Bastila failed is what happened. Like, alright. It's great. Let's check this out. I swear, now that I know that this is on the menu for Bastila, or like now that I'm more aware of it since I had some RNG losses, I actually kind of just... Hate is a strong word for Bastila, but I am just now constantly wary of actually like trying to trust her to do her job.
Is anyone there? Hi.
Stop taking so many turns, just go. Oh, it's because of his speed. He just lapped us. That's fair. That's fair. Darth Revan lead. What a thing. Yeah. Alright. So be it. It's fair game. See, I mean, we don't have old Ben. Who do we have? This is way less interesting now that Luke actually has gear on him. I liked scrappy gear 9. We got this, guys. Like, power Luke. This just feels like bullying. I'm not really comfortable with the implications of this fight right now. Do we bring anybody other than these three characters? How do I feel about Relic Doc and Night Sister counter? It's fine. Like, that's what I did against GG earlier. It's bad for banners, which is kind of my biggest complaint against it. The thing that I always liked against Revan against Grievous is, in most fights, you get a chance to drag yourself back up to 60. You know, like EP Bastila, that can go down to 55, and you're probably not getting them back. And some, you know, like Bastila can give the leader protection banners back. So that seems usually more like a 57, a 58, kind of depending on what happens in the Grievous team modding and how everything plays out on you getting resisted or not resisted. But Jedi feels like you can pretty consistently land like 58 to 60 with good gameplay. Alright, just in the interest of not being too dumb with this. Wait, we still have what? Oh, dude. I thought we had used it for some reason. He would have been such an instant ad against... Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Why did I think that we had used them? I'd, like, played this Grand Arena in my head in advance, and it's because I thought I was going to be using the gas counter at the front, so I just kind of discounted out that whole setup. It's unfortunate. This choice really does not matter. It's more for Nihilus' sake than anything. Let's just... Why didn't Luke gain turn meter? Yes, I'd like to ask a question, please. Oh, so the mass assist brought him down below 65%. That gave 1,000 turn meter. The AoE probably reduced Luke to, what is it, 80%? Fine. Stupid mechanics actually working as intended and like doing good stuff tonight. It's not allowed. Alright, Plague is gone. I don't think we need to care anymore. Okay, this sucks. Nihilus hasn't gone yet, so this assist setup actually just doesn't matter. And it's not going to matter in a second either once it's gone. Let's give speed to Shak Ti. I just whiffed entirely. Yeah, see, this like would have been so good, so perfect. We could have had it. I don't know that we actually want to be killing people. You know what? Okay, let's just let this happen. Yes, that's definitely the one person you should have aimed at. Leave Nihilus alone. He did nothing. Okay. Is this losable? I don't think it is. Survey says probably not. You been enjoying using Wampa? Yeah, like just any character who normally has like a 4 or 5 turn loop or like 4 or 5 turn cooldown that's like pretty high impact. Like Wampa would stack so much more quickly with Vader. Unfortunately. Such a weird 58 banner. You don't really associate a character dying with 58. Unfortunately, Wampa was a part of my elite North defense. Definitely wasn't just a cop-out. Yeah, look at this. Look, good on us for wanting to save everything under the sun. We managed to somehow use none of it. They could have like 2 rear zones and I would still feel pretty good in this spot. We have Nest, we have so much. This is dumb. What are we doing here? The worst part is, if you want to have fun with First Order, it's the red boy's gone now, so it would just be the rest of them. They don't have a Django though, so we actually don't really get bullied that much. I might just do it anyway. I'm in the mood. Do we just get through this entire GAC without using like Jedi rather than Luke? JTR. I mean, don't get me wrong. JTR is the right choice here. Ignoring JKR. JKR and Luke, that's cheating. Don't. But like, JTR is the right choice here. It's not what we're here to do. Foss, get out of here. Not even a real character. This is what I want. I think we could probably just reset Fox right now. See, if we had Citrooper here. This is why we can't have nice things. You are kind of a weird issue. You're not really an issue, but I don't know if I actually want to let you go. Alright, the Wiggles got our job done. Actually, this halt might have been better value on Dengar to stop detonators from going off. I think that's actually probably the case. Oh wait, no, we just get to cheat. Take a seat. Pretty sure we can pretty easily patch all that back up. Why did we get a advantage? Oh, they probably just timed attack and spent it. Yeah, I mean, so as weird as this team might seem in terms of like we only have one single tank, it actually just ends up feeling way better for control. Huck swap to crew with a double halt just tends to feel really kind of obscene. Alright, it's not the best move, but this gets us our banners back, so we might as well. It did not move. Not that it matters, but... Oh, this is so greedy. I just want to keep resetting him and hitting Bosk again, so that we don't lose our offense. Killing him is the right choice. This sends a message. Officer getting the kill. Good god. Alright. We're killing Bosk right now. I just want to make sure he doesn't get to play the video game. Do I think this one-shots? I'm gonna say 15% health left. This is tricky because it's Bosk lead to the protection. He has way less health than he has protection, so this probably does just one-shot, but I'm gonna say no. Okay. Yeah. JTR was a safe play there, but JTR can't do that. I mean, let's be real here. Everyone knows that JTR isn't even a real team. Can't take a punch. Should have done FO what? Look. Watt just doesn't exist for this entire Grand Arena, okay? I decided he already got used. Watt doesn't exist. Watt is cheating. Everything is cheating. If it came out in the last 2 years, it's cheating. I guess Hux came out in the last 2 years. Look. It's a twisted code of morals, okay? Alright. We've got this pretty figured out. Watch us leave this. Oh, versus NS? Yeah. The Luke lead. But the Luke. And the Gear 12 Nihilist with no protection. We got absolutely mowed. We totally could have saved Nihilist there, by the way. All we had to do is just hit the Foresight, which we extremely did not. Hitting Foresight is for suckers. That's not how you do damage. If it doesn't do damage, is it even a play worth making? Yeah, First Order Watt is such a clean team. Oh, this is a 7-star Malevolence. That's cheating. Give me my Breach back. Interesting. I like it. I assume Falcon is gonna show up in give or take a couple of seconds. Give me a target lock. Can we stop? That's not a Falcon. It didn't do the mass assist, surprisingly. If this lands the buff immunity, it's a good play. If it doesn't, we kind of shouldn't have done it. We've got offense up, screw it. Give me all your overcharge. Your work was for nothing. There goes all our banners. Do indeed love to see it. This is the worst fight. He's got offense down, dude. There's no way. I'm not. Can't. Buzz droids just... We're at a smooth 49 banners right now, I think. Well, he didn't get buzz droids. We need to, like, end this with this basic before they go. It did not happen. In fact. Okay, we still kept 2 full health. Why did I say 49? I think I'm at 59. Nice. Well, 1912, not the prettiest score, but we did it with style. And also, I'm like 99% positive we won, so that also helps the situation. Yeah, I don't know. Jedi Revan against Grievous. Like, let's pretend that he posted Kylo as I was expecting tonight. Having Night Sister, it's partly why I held Night Sister for offense. Like, you know, just in case there was something we wanted to use Bastila somewhere else for. Night Sisters just felt like a decent... You know, Night Sisters versus Grievous, it's not good for banners, it's a value trade. Because generally, this team is considered to be worth less than this team. So trading this into this is generally fine. Even if you're -5 on the banners, I would say strategically you're still in a good spot. So like, if Kylo was back here, right? Let's just pretend. And then let's also pretend that I responsibly checked that my new Watt setup hadn't compromised my gas counter. We would have spent Han, Chewie, Watt here. Boss isn't really... Like, I just throw in remaining bounty hunters usually. Remaining bounty hunters, and I toss in Baze. I think I got a hold once. Actually, I want to check this. Baze is kind of like a Imp Trooper trap, and I made my bounty hunters mediocre enough that people would feel like they have a chance to use it. Let's see. I don't remember which one it was. Not that one. Which one was it? 2 weeks ago? What? Huh. I don't even know how to read into that. That was not what I was expecting to see. I mean, you know, maybe if Django payout pops off, it can be hard to recover. Like Zam Embo, that's got a lot of extra kick to it. Although Zam, I don't think is nearly as good if you don't have Zam set up to be a power couple with Bosk. That's really where she needs to be. And if she's there, then she's incredible. If she's not, she's fine. Huh. This is kind of fascinating, actually. I think it really just boils down probably to they didn't control Stick Ray. Poe is such a bad character in this team too. Poe is just... I'm kind of glad that we're done with the R2 Ray meta, or at least for me using that strategy. Like, yo, like, okay. Poe has great offense, Poe has great ratio, so like as a character who makes things go pop, it's fine. But you lose so much without him being able to get inspiration or just any of that stuff, really. And I guess best case scenario is with Finley, this cooldown is getting cycled a lot, so he's going to be controlling people a lot better. That actually doesn't sound too bad when I put it that way. But yeah, I don't... It felt bad. It felt very, very bad. At least when you're weighing the potential of what the character can be doing versus what he's actually doing. Oh yeah, so speaking of unhealthy sleep schedules, I almost won the first round with auto-posted. This was tragic. I was 30 seconds away from getting the winning fight. And I had the team to easily take this down. I was doing Bastila lead against this with like Ahsoka Tano and Gear 11 Ezra. I just got so caught up in putting the video out and then like, you know, you have to do the usual shotgun all around Discord. I didn't even remember to put it on Reddit. I had to do that this morning. But yeah, you know the whole deal of like once Grand Arena's below 5 minutes left, you actually see that in the top. You're hoping he screws up versus something? I wasn't sure on this. They didn't try against Ray. I don't think this Ray comp is actually that bad. It's kind of interesting, right? Like we have some subtle synergies going on. We have GTR getting turn meter against like a DR GBA, as well as a 5s. Although, like, looking at this now, you could even just do so much against this. No, this is a bad team. You just do like DR GBA. Either or, you could open up with Insanity, or you could open up with Force Shock or Force Storm. And I feel like either of these would be pretty comfortable positions. No, I think you would want Insanity. You feed 5 turn meter, but like way better to do that than to deal with all of this crap. And Ray would actually probably cycle the Fear off immediately, I think. But like she still skips her turn. With the Vader. I actually was kind of surprised at how much I had left. I mean, because autopost works with GP, like we had a full, like we didn't have crew, but in a weird way, because of how I build a lot of my teams right now, like we still had, I think, all 6 of these. It was actually like a really good functional Hux team. It was actually kind of sick. Killed every time that I've had an autopost day, and then I just go for it and attack anyway, it always ends up being more interesting than it should have. I think I just need to suck it up and like own the shame that, like, yes, I missed the period in auto join, because like look at this, like we weren't fighting nothing teams. This wasn't like, I would actually say that the teams I was using were about even. I had to do some like on the spot changes, like, you know, this wasn't really a fight. But yeah, like the plan, if I just jumped on this train 5 minutes sooner, we still had like Newt lead with I think B1, B2 Magna. Like that would have been a very easy full clear. But I think in their case, I think that maybe just assumed they had an auto win because they didn't even try Ray. This Vader's pretty slow too, without any Sith allies. So unless, I guess if you brought Jedi, he would benefit. But again, I think DRGBA would have been easiest strat. I don't think any of these teams really look that difficult. This is actually probably a little bit sleeper, I think. No, it's not, because Luke is... Well, my Luke is decently fast, actually. This could be tricky. I think you solve a lot of it. Who does Chewie guard there? It's not Grievous. It might be DR. It's probably DR. DR or Luke. Guarded Luke would be kind of sick. Yeah, definitely DR. I agree. Oh god, I forgot that this was first round for a second. It's like, oh, we have more teams to hit. Oh god. The cans are riding. Yeah, he's here. We'll see what happens in a second, I guess. I've heard about Ray clones. I don't think this is it. Does this do anything weird to us? I don't think it does. I'm not gonna check mods. I'm just gonna piece this together. No, I don't think this changes anything. The one thing it does potentially change is Dark Ribbon becomes kind of useless. Yeah, I think this should work just fine. We could go Bastila as well, either or, really. Luke has the most protection in the game? Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I think when Malik's not present, you kind of always just end up doing weapon tech on Vader. There's no real reason not to. Oh, because Padme's here, they can't actually lose Terminator, can they? That's kind of interesting. It's not associated with the lead, I think that's on her unique. That's... Huh. Is that anything? That stops Vader lead from getting out and getting in control. Let's see what happens. I mean, we still have ability blocks that we could land, although, realistically speaking, I don't think that you want to build a strategy assuming that you get them. If you happen to get them, then great, but... Let's see... I think the goal just ends up being basics all around. Pretty good RNG. I mean, we didn't get an arc, but whatever. Oh, Fives can't gain Terminator because of Padme either, so he's also less of a character. We could try to just one-shot Gas here. I don't know if he is tanky build or anything. Alright, we'll lose a taunt there. This is a pretty spooky turn that's about to happen here. We can't calling toss him. I think we just have to basic somewhere. Is this that scary? Let's see. This is tenacity down, heal block, and ability block, right? Yeah. Or healing, not heal then. Isolate doesn't really... Does Isolate stop Gas's second turn? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Like, that's the thing. I don't know if, like if you use Jedi Knight Revan lead and then you follow up an assist, I'm pretty sure Isolate stops that. Let's just do this. Okay, did not stop it. He's a tanky boy anyway. He'll be alright. He doesn't have... Wait, I think Isolate stops him from self-cleansing. I kind of just want to try it just for science. Yeah, totally does. Neat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, for the version of Ray clones that people are always talking about, it has to be a gas setup. Or, not sorry, Rex. But even then, I think Vader will like, unless you're giving Rex your best speed, I bet that you could probably break even or even pull Rex ahead there, but for the most part. Some spicy damage. Credit where it's due. Well, we can't get his health back, but we can get his, It's kind of a bad Merciless Massacre since 2 people aren't immunity, but at least we get the, Fives sacrifice. Dude, I am not thinking properly in this match. I mean, it's not going to cost us a win. Yeah, that was fine. Not really the relevant team, though. Right, but like, okay. Maybe... Padme adds something interesting. Padme was one of the first characters I was curious about for Rey, but kind of discounted her pretty quickly, but I wonder if Padme actually gets an argument now that Vader Elite is back in the mix. Padme somewhat positions herself as an anti-Vader. Okay, we need to do a couple of mechanics checks. I'm thinking here. So the dot reapplication... This doesn't say it can be resisted, but I'm pretty positive it can, right? I think it's because the enemies are technically reapplying the DOTs on themselves, and that can't be resisted, like, intrinsically. Right, because, like, I don't think I've ever seen a Culling Blade or something happen where they didn't just immediately go back to the number they were at. And with a 15% chance of failure, we would have seen that by now. Yeah, it definitely can't be resisted. What about, like, Padme Rex? Maybe 5s. Then, like, Jedi Luke. I guess the biggest concern there is that you can still be ability blocked, so... Interesting thing, actually. I wonder if Rey Padme, or Padme lead Rey. If you're worried about Vader, this actually might be the way to go. So because Watt assists, like if you, so Vader would essentially have to skip weapon tech for this to work, ideally, because Watt, I'm pretty sure, always assists first. We actually saw this happen once at the very end here. Get back to live. She has damage immunity, so we can't actually prove anything with it. Right. Watt assist happens before the actual turn. So if you're worried about... I guess just shutting down Watt Assist or TM removal, or like pretty much anything that Vader's gonna do. Like anything aside from Vader Basic, which I guess Padme Lead doesn't solve Vader Basics, so like ability block is still in the menu. But at least protects against some things. Wait, did I not silence Discord? Oops. I'm not sure. Let's see. I mean, ideally you just want as many 501st as possible, right? But I don't know if that's really the way to go about it. This is going in a horribly dumb direction very quickly. What kind of isn't? I know I've had Padme Ray tested in the past. I don't know that I've had this 3 tested. It does a couple of interesting things. This is a very expensive 3-man core. Like, doesn't this... You would need a pre-taunt. And if you go pre-taunt, then this team just has, like, no substance to it at all. I mean, we already saw 5s under Padme. It does not really work. Because he can't gain turn meter. At the very least, Padme Lead would cause some issues for Jedi trying to counter Rey, and Malik here would potentially shut down DR. I think this is nothing, though. Like, if you had the Padme effect with Rey Lead, then different story. Yeah, effect is unresistable, for sure. Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting positioning for Padme. I don't think it works fully. Because can't gain is causing as many issues for us as can lose. Well, in this case we were talking about... Oh wait, isn't it Yeah, no, this isn't contingent on full factional. Malik can be there, he won't get any benefit, but he doesn't penalize anyone else for him being there. Actually, this is interesting. Wouldn't the protection up dispel itself before the damage over time applied? I think it's the same, like, if you think about fear with protection up, I'm pretty sure when someone gets feared and then skips their turn, the protection turns into courage before it gets dispelled. Like before... Oh wait. Was I thinking about this the wrong way? No, it's dispelled this way, so yeah, the order of operations, this has to happen before the fear expiring. Yeah, it's mostly just Padme unique and cunning plan. Oh, right, that's what you're saying. This doesn't convert to courage. I think the gold team really is courage, but I guess that's the thing. This part of why this is rubbing me the wrong way is because this doesn't really achieve anything so much as trying to say you can't, like, build a list of you can't do this or that to me. But I don't think it's a compelling list. I don't think you could just, like, throw in Jedi Luke here and call it a team. Which is kind of the original direction I was thinking, but, like, This doesn't really feel like anything to me. No pre-taunts. They could do like TMP's Thrawn, swap to DR, get 5-mana Insanity. Well, he is immune to fear, actually. She's immune to fear. Her first sin is so bad, though. If it was this, then maybe. Also, it's only GR allies getting protection up, which is really tragic. As close as she was positioned to being a plug-and-play light side leader, like, in some ways, I feel like Padme was kind of like the prototype Rey, but there's just enough, like, GR-specific text that I think this falls short. Like, even this was almost insanely relevant. I think it was something to do with gas. Gas countering something. Or no, I think it was when Rey first came out and everyone was using Jedi with gas. If this worked, like for Rey, this would have shut down gas entirely because gas wouldn't have been reducing her. Like, we were so close to Padme actually being a really, really cool theory crafting piece. Siege's getting a bit too self-aware with the restrictions. Which, like, restrictions are good. But just in the continuing pursuit of trying to find something broken. Oh yeah, it opens the door for a lot of stuff. And like, Rey doesn't really even need TM gain, right? She's already fast enough, she doesn't care. And here's another one. I didn't even think about this either. I actually probably have to edit the guide to include this. I don't want any guide to tell people to just assume an enemy team comp. Because, like, technically Vader is actually getting 32 extra speed here. Like, you could cheat down his modding. I don't think that's... Unless we're just talking arena here, I think the way to pitch it would be like, you know, even if you have bad mods, you can still snipe Rey Jedi. But I don't think you can necessarily frame it as, like, go into TW lock with suboptimal mods. Because, like, I don't think I've heard of any guild using Rey Jedi ever. It's way too expensive. So this is always weird with the specific team comp. We really need to kill Revan first. I mean, we kind of don't, but we really do. It feels bad because Thrawn can heal himself with swap, but we got 2 extra debuffs for our troubles. Held self-dispel. I don't think this reliably kills Revan right now, though. We could. This is only what, 30%? It's gonna get reduced by like what? So we're probably looking at 20%. Or no, only 23%. You could help Vader a bit, though. I'm curious. This is the right play. The unfortunate thing about working at this counter first is this has always conditioned me to aim Force Choke at the tank now, which it isn't always actually the best play, especially in the first Merciless Massacre. You really want to just aim it at Rey most of the time just to get the extra debuffs, and like, you don't want Rey to get damaged a bunch. It's actually something I was considering talking about in the video today, but just as long as you follow the instructions, it's really not a factor. It's one of the weird ones where technically we're stuck for a little bit. Now we're unstuck. I think gas is worth killing more. It's really weird having like 2 fast priority targets to juggle, but yeah. It's nothing. Wait, who did I attack? The only person who has a payout coming up is definitely not this guy. We're fine. Alright, so that's a 59. I think we just used swap though, right? So we could have Technically made it a 60. 24. I just rounded. It's what, 75% of 30? That should be what, like 7.5? Exactly. Like 23.5. We'll split the difference. Alright, well that's kind of just it for today, I guess. Even if he has Kylo, which like Kylo should mow this team pretty easily. We win. I know I'm not crazy, right? Like, 30 times 0.75 is 22.5. So we're both wrong, but I was closest. I read it 22.5 up to 23. Alright. Let's call it a stream, I guess. One of these days, I am going to have to fight a Kylo in the Grand Arena. I said 32? What? I mean, I would have passed myself. Just take it to court. Good. Technically made it a 60. Definitely not this guy. We're fine. For a little bit. And we're unstuck. I think gas doesn't work. It's really weird having like 2 fast priority targets to double, but part of the fight, yeah. Any deal using Rey Jedi ever is way too expensive. This is always weird with this specific team comp. We really need to kill Revan first. I mean, we kind of don't, but we really do. Oh, it was when Watts was turn. Heal himself with swap, but we got 2 extra debuffs for our troubles. I don't think this reliably kills Revan right now. We could. This is only what, 30% is going to get reduced by life, so we're probably looking at 20%? Or no, only 23%. We could help Vader a bit, though. I'm curious. This is the right play. Oh! This is the right. Wait, yeah, no. Oh, wait. Are you thinking of a different fight? Are you thinking of the last Vader fight? Nah, but that wasn't Jedi either. Okay, I thought you were talking about the watt reduction. Yeah, no, I counted Finn when I shouldn't have. This was actually 24. 8 times 3. I'm curious. This is the right play. I know, we're agreeing. You just don't know it yet. The unfortunate thing about work. Well, no, if it was a Jedi instead of Finn, right? Oh, well, I mean, okay, yeah, if it was like a Rebel plus Jedi tag too. I'm just so used to... This is like the one comp in our chart that runs Revan plus Finn. Normally it's going to be 32. Oh, yeah. It's fine. Alright. I guess let's call it a Grand Arena stream. I would say I hope you all have a happy 4th, and like I hope your day is good, but I also hope you don't go out into crowds. I don't know. Life is weird. Being immunocompromised, it's also a touchy subject for me. I mean, I'm not like aggressive on people, but yeah. Happy Treason Day. Oh yeah, are people actually doing anything for that? I actually don't know. Filthy colonials. Yeah, look, sometimes you overexpand. Sometimes things happen because of it. Sometimes you overextend a strategy, and then you lose Grand Arena points. Alright. Kinda sucks. I don't think this matchup was that fair for him. But hey. It's fine. It is what it is. I actually didn't even look at our compare, to be honest. We just bring this to the top. I technically need to blow chat box. Alright, let's wreck my scene. Okay, yeah, that's a Grand Array stream. We'll call that an evening. Jesus. I mean, I felt the losers bracket is kind of expected, right? It made me so sad too. But even autofilled, this would have been a pretty easy first day. I just got around to it sooner. Alright. Peace out. Have a good evening.